change, transformation does not happen overnight. It's not supposed to. Transformation happens slowly over time. It's supposed to, because if we try to flip too fast, sometimes then we'll stumble. We won't even be able to get back up. But it's supposed to come with taking in each day, learning a little bit, and then figuring out how can I apply what I'm learning. It's not just learning. The person can learn, but if you don't apply the learning, then where's it going? Then that inspiration, it fades. So I hope for all of us, as we're approaching now Lag Baomer, we still have many more days left as we're approaching the time of Shavuot, where we receive the greatest gift that we ever got. We receive a roadmap to living the best possible life, a roadmap in every way. So as we're approaching, you might say, I really haven't taken advantage of the Omer. We're already close to the end, whatever. I'm not gonna get into it. Maybe next year I'll get into it. I'll get into, that self-examination. I'll do it then. I already missed my shot. That's the Yetzer Hara. Remove it. Pour the Netilah waters on your hands. Remove this thought quickly. There's always time. Hashem is always betting on us. Do we understand? Hashem, you don't have a person betting on you. Maybe everyone in the world is betting against you. But Hashem, the master of the universe, is betting on you. You're more likely to succeed, okay? Yes, everyone else might be betting against you. So what? You need to bet on you and recognize Hashem is betting on you. So over these next few weeks, take the time to elevate whatever mitzvah it might be. Maybe it's the mitzvah of Netilah Yadayim. I love this mitzvah. What a bracha it brings into our life. But whatever that might be. And when you falter, get back up. It's okay. Hashem's still loving you. Every time you do Netilah, use that time to think of that. Hashem still loves me. Rachamim, he's reminding me with the waters. He's reminding me, I got another shot. Look at how many times we do throughout the day. We got another shot every single time. I want to share. Please don't go anywhere. We're going to share. Just going to share a few more minutes. I don't want us to go too late. Just a few more things about Netilat Yadayim, its connection with Nechoshet specifically. We're then going to wrap up with a Tehillim read through the Abraham's Legacy app, which is a fantastic app that allows us to collectively complete the book of Tehillim in unison in real time with people from all over the world. And my hopes and dreams for this are big, and V'ezrat Hashem, I'll share them at another time. You can download it, go to the App Store. It's available on iOS and Android in Hebrew, English, Spanish, and French. And we're going to do the reading together. And after the reading, we're going to do a raffle for 100% pure copper Netilah cup. I'm going to put a link. There is already a link in the chat, but I'll add the link again once more to enter to the raffle. When you put in your name and your email address, I'll do the raffle at the end. It's going to be from those that are joining us live. Just know also, we do offer the Netilah cups with engraving. I'm just going to show you one example. We have people that are engraving beautiful pesukim and also logos. You could put a logo on it. You could put a pasuk on it. You could put it for Refuah Shlema of someone or for Li'ilui Nishmat. You're able to customize it and really bring a piece of what Hashem chose, the Choshet, to be in the Beit HaMikdash, into our home. This concept of bringing copper. We also have, for those of you that may not win the cup, but want to receive and get your own copper Netilah cup, we do have a discount code from now that's really going to go all the way into Shavuot. We do have a Hebrew program next week on Monday, May 23rd in the evening, Israel time. So we do have a program there, but we're going to have a coupon code of Lag Baomer that's also put in the chat that you can use to receive that 10% discount. Just to, again, share a couple things, and then we're going to jump right into the rest of the program. As we said, Hashem chose as the material to utilize Nechoshet for the Kior in the Beit HaMikdash. Nechoshet was chosen for Yam Shlomo. Kohanim would dip into it before doing Avodat HaKodesh. There is a reason why I'm doing this. Why am I doing Netilah? What is your story, Orly? Why are you focusing on Netilah? There's a reason. We know that Bezrat Hashem right now we're in the preparation time. We're in the final stretch. Okay, we're preparing for the time of the Geulah. We're preparing for the time. It's here. We can taste it, all of us. It comes from our hands. It's in our hands. We want help to bring this closer. So if it's in our hands and we understand the power of the hands, everything comes through our hands, then how important is it for us to purify and sanctify our hands, for us to engage with this mitzvah on a whole nother level and choose the same material that Hashem himself chose, as it says in the Torah. I'll pull up the pasuk so that you can all see it over here. When Hashem commanded Moshe, it says in Sefer Shemot, Perek Lamed pasuk Yudchet, it states, "Vasita kior nechoshet, v'kano nechoshet lerachsa, v'natata oto ben ol moed ben hamizbeach, v'natata shama mayim." Make yourself a copper sink with a base of copper for washing and place it between the tent of meeting and the altar and place water there. This was the last thing that the water touched, was copper, before it hit the Kohanim's hands. Why? There is something very special about the element of copper. And I want to encourage all of you to go on to Netillah.com. You can not only read about the history of Netillah, but the history of copper, its connection, the health benefits associated with it, and the spiritual benefits associated with it. Sources from Torah, from Gemara, from the Zohar, connected to the abundance that this mitzvah brings into our life. Copper itself is a natural antibacterial. What do I mean? They say they made doorknobs in hospitals from copper to prevent the spread of germs. Now we know, why are we doing Netilat Yadayim in the morning specifically? There are many different types of Netilat Yadayim and ways in which we do them, which we spoke about at one of our last events. But if anybody has questions, they can reach out to me in terms of the actual way to do Netilah. It's also on our website. But we know that the Netilat Yadayim that we do in the morning, we do this in order to remove the tum'ah from our hands. This is not a physical dirt that we see. Oh, I have to clean my hands. Let me go take some. No. This is something spiritual on our hands. That before we go into the world and engage and touch people in an emotional way, in a physical way, as we engage in the world, that we should remove this tum'ah from our hands. But we know that tum'ah can cling to anything that is alive. And as we know, mayim, water, is mayim chayim. It is alive. So when we pour water into a netilah cup, and please don't get me wrong, I am not saying that you cannot do netilah from a cup that is not copper. That is not what I'm saying. Of course you can. Best to do mitzvah of netilah yadayim 100%. But this elevates it to a hidur mitzvah, and you're actually choosing the same material that Hashem deemed to be the perfect material to utilize. Why? Because as we know, like I said, waters are alive. So when we pour waters into a cup, the tumah has the ability to cling to the water. Copper acts like a natural force field when it can, in connection to water. When the water touches the copper, and the inside of this cup is raw copper. So people always ask me, Orly, inside is getting black. Yes, it's supposed to. This is not copper plated. This is 100% copper. So the inside of the cup will get dark as it's exposed to water. But it's very, very easy to clean. It says Hashem compares Am Yisrael to nechoshet. Why? Because we can sometimes mitameh our neshama with averot, but we're very easy to clean. You know how you clean copper? You take a piece of lemon, you dip it into salt, you use it like a sponge, and it comes right on off. So when the water touches the raw copper, the copper acts like a force field, preventing the tumah from actually touching the water, so that when we're pouring the waters onto our hands, we're pouring 100% pure waters. This is the concept behind nechoshet. There is a lot more, and there are a lot more sources, but we don't have the time to go into all of them right now. Like I said, I want to encourage you. I tell you, one of the greatest things is about a few weeks ago, I was receiving messages after one of our last events. I was receiving messages from people just on WhatsApp, and I'll put my WhatsApp number. You can reach me at any time. Okay. I answer all my messages, and I'll place it over here for you right now. People asking, I've never really engaged in the mitzvah of Netilat Yadayim, but it got me so excited as you were talking about it. And as I was learning about it, I want to start doing it. How do I do it properly? And I was sending videos back and forth to several people, and people reaching out saying, I'm starting to do Netilat Yadayim. I cannot tell you how much it's giving to me in my life, what I'm feeling, a change in my day when I come to do Netilah, the concentration that I have when I do it, and when I lift my hands up and I say the bracha, and then I dry my hands, what I feel. To me, this is like the greatest thing that somebody can possibly tell me. Let us take this mitzvah, such an important mitzvah, and elevate it This is one of the 7 mitzvot that were added by the Chachamim, by Chazal. They were added. There were 613 mitzvot in the Torah. 7 mitzvot additionally were added. One of them was the mitzvah Netilat Yadayim. We have the ability to do it. For many of us, we do it. So let's try to take the extra few seconds to experience it, like Rabbi Benji said, right? To experience it and to think as we're pouring it, this concept of mercy, that Hashem is giving us mercy, and we need to sometimes give ourselves that mercy, to be a little bit easier on ourselves and get back up and try again. Because if we can all use the power and the potential in our hands, the Geulah would be here tomorrow. My hope for all of us, my greatest wish in my life is to help people tap into their potential. And if we can truly recognize what our hands have the ability to bring into this world, if we can bet on ourselves just a little bit more, realize that you're not here by some coincidence. You're here for a reason and you play a part. If we can all realize this and do our part, even if it's small, we can see extraordinary things in our lifetime now. That is my hope for all of us. And I want to thank all of you for joining.